Hey y'all, Crystal here today, and I'm excited to talk to you all about how to upload a podcast episode into your Buzzsprout account. I've gotten questions often on what order I do things in and how this actually works within your Buzzsprout account, so I thought I would just show you. So let's get right to it. Said in the beginning, I wanted to do a quick tutorial on how you can upload your recent podcast episode into your Buzzsprout account. So as you can see here, I am in my Potty Report episode. This is actually episode. I'm in the Potty Report podcast. This is my daily podcast where I put out episodes Monday through Friday every single week. And I wanted to show you what it would look like to upload a brand new episode. So I'm going to go into upload a new episode. I'm actually in the episodes tab within Buzzsprout. So I click on upload an episode. And what's cool is you can just drag a file and drop it in right here, which is actually what I'm going to do. But if you wanted to go choose a file, you can select choose a file to upload. Or you can skip the entire process for now and go back and fill in the information and then upload your audio file later. But like I said, we're going to drag. I'm going to take a different episode and just put it in there. And it says, let it rip, drop your file to start the upload. So there we go. It's actually going to process right here and you'll see that it's uploading. But because this is a test, I'm going to put test episode. So that's what it would look like if I were running a test episode. And then you'll see the progress bar start right here on uploading your information. Now, what I tend to do whenever I'm scheduling episodes is I'll upload it, I will title it, and then I'll actually just save it and come back to it later whenever it's finished uploading, because I don't always do the episode description and all that right now. But for the purposes of this tutorial, I'm going to show you, I don't change the episode artwork from episode to episode. I like to keep the branding very specific. You could choose custom artwork for each individual episode. I just don't choose to do that with my podcast. For the season, I would put 179. I'm just making this up because, again, this is a test. And then this would be a full episode. The other drop-down options that you have are full, trailer, and bonus. So if you are just about to launch your podcast, you would have a trailer episode. If you put out bonus episodes from time to time and you don't want that to factor into the numbering system that you've created for your podcast, then you could put bonus episode and you wouldn't have to put any numbers up here for season or episode. Okay, and then you would check whether your podcast has explicit content. I actually have a podcast episode right here that will show you all the things you need to know about explicit content, what it means, like how we can actually categorize this and all the things if you have questions. And there will be a link in the video description below. But I want you to click on See More Options, Artist Tags, and Custom Episode webpage, because this is actually really important. And if you have a website for your podcast and you're trying to grow your email list with your show, or you're just simply trying to drive traffic somewhere other than your podcast, you want to pay attention to this. So go down where it says More Episode Settings, and the guest, I just have my name because this is a solo episode. For summary, you could type in a few things that your podcast is about. That way you know what the show is. Then you have your custom episode webpage. This is where it's important if you have a free offer, if you have a landing page that you want people to go to, if you have a product, you have a service, anything like that, that you want people to be sent to listening to this episode, you need to make sure that you fill out custom episode webpage. So put that information in there. And then any tags you want to add for this particular episode should be separated with a comma. I typically have the same ones that I use for every episode because I always talk about podcasting. So I will put those in. They actually auto-populate whenever I click in there. It just like Google Chrome just immediately fills those in. So I don't want to publish this immediately because, one, this is a test, but two, I like to schedule things out into the future. For this podcast, I publish episodes Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. For the Proffitt podcast, I put out episodes every Tuesday and Thursday. So I would want to go down to the function that says schedule for the future. And I could click the date that I wanted it to go live. Let's say if it was on a Tuesday, I would select that. And then I always have mine scheduled for 12 a.m. because no matter where anybody is listening in the world, I want them to be able to get it around the same time every single time. So I always make all of my episodes air at 12 a.m., which would be midnight for me in the central time zone. So I'm going to click save episode details. I'll click that. The episode should have had plenty of time to process. And if it hasn't been scheduled and it's not published, it would actually be red. And it would tell you this episode is not live. So that's a good thing because it's telling you, hey, this episode isn't published. You don't have it scheduled. So you need to do something about it because no one's going to see it. It's just sitting in your account. So make sure that you schedule it or publish it immediately, whatever is most convenient for your podcast content calendar. If you have questions about creating a podcast content calendar, make sure you check out this video right here because I actually have some really easy steps for how you can do this in Asana. And I love talking about podcast content calendars. Like, it's just something about them. Like, I love to be organized. It just makes my life as a podcaster so much easier. But that's it. You have an entire episode ready to go, ready to be published. I can click on it again and it says, okay, it's scheduled to be published on this date at this time. I could click publish it now if I wanted to. But in this video, I just wanted to show you how to upload a podcast episode in your Buzzsprout account. That's all I have for you today. I just wanted to give you a quick tutorial on how you can upload your podcast episodes into your Buzzsprout account. If you have any questions or need help with any kind of podcasting related things, make sure you put in the comments below how I can help you with either your Buzzsprout account, getting it set up, or just anything you have about podcasting. But that does it for this video. So if you found it helpful, I would appreciate it if you would give us a thumbs up and make sure you're subscribed below. Hit that bell. That way you get a notification anytime we put out brand new podcast related episodes. And make sure you check out these other podcasting videos right here, all about creating your content, getting your podcast started, and how to grow once you've already got your podcast out there into the world. And remember, keep it up. We all have to start somewhere.